Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another post-game live stream here on Celtics Digest. We'll be breaking down this fantastic game we just saw between the Boston Celtics and Portland Trail Blazers, where the Boston Celtics came out victorious 121-99 on the road. And we have to discuss how impactful Sam Hauser has been for this team, because he absolutely balled out for this Celtics squad today and has taken that leap for this Celtics bench. I know that I was down on him at the preseason, had a little bit of a slump, but I've been on Sam Hauser's coattails this whole entire season. If you guys are new here, you guys do not know, we love Sam Hauser over here at Celtics Digest, and we want to break down and talk about how impactful he's truly been for this team. As we saw tonight, he got his career or season high, dropping 20 points for this Boston Celtics squad and was fantastic from the three-point range, especially when Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown had a little bit of lackluster games today for the Celtics. We saw the bench guys step up. Peyton Pritchard got the starting job, almost got a triple-double, and we'll be breaking down how great this game is. Let me know what you guys' thoughts and opinions are down below in the comment section as we break down this fantastic game that was broken down here tonight. First, let's dive in and get into all of the stats, breaking down how fantastic a game it was. If we want to look, we can see the Celtics outshot the Portland Trail Blazers 49% to 45% and shot out better than them from three-point range at 38% as well. Celtics did struggle from the free throw line tonight. We did see some bad performances as well from that, but the Portland Trail Blazers, luckily for us, aren't the greatest defensive team, so the Celtics were able to capitalize on that and be able to go on big runs as the Celtics dominated in that paint scoring. If we want to talk about that, they absolutely dominated in that. 60 points in the paint to 44. They were up 32-12 at one point, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Celtics also being able to hand down the blocks and stuff like that. If we want to look at the Celtics box score, like I mentioned, most of the team got run tonight. No Kristaps Porzingis, no Drew Holiday. Both of them were out for the Celtics, but we did see some big impactful performances from some of those bench guys, like I mentioned. We saw big performances from Sam Hauser, who took a huge leap, 8 for 12 from the field, 6 for 10 from 3, and was hitting wide open shots that the Blazers were letting him open for. 2 rebounds, 2 steals, a block as well, with plus 20 and 22 points, which was his season high this season, excelling on both sides of the floor. We also saw Oshae Brissett get some run tonight for the Celtics, picking up 7 total rebounds and 1 assist on plus 14. Really high energy guy, not able to hit a lot of shots, but that's not his goal. His goal is to be a disruptor and a defensive menace, and he truly did that tonight for the Celtics, as well as getting, 4 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds. The Celtics do struggle in that offensive rebound category. So having a guy like Oshae Brissett to be able to capitalize on that was fantastic. Luke Kornet had another monstrous game. This bench squad has really been turning up the last couple games. 3 for 3 from the field, total of 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks, being able to rim protect with a plus 10 and 6 points, being able to catch lobs from Peyton Pritchard, who also had a fantastic game in the starting lineup. Not the greatest shooting night, 5 for 11 from the field, but 8 total rebounds, 8 total assists, 11 points with a plus 12, and so close to a triple-double. We did see J.D. Davidson and Jaden Springer get some run at the end of the game there as well. The Celtics played very, very great. Neemias Queta let J.D. Davidson get an open opportunity for himself to be able to score, and that was a big thing for us. And the bench isn't good, LOL. Yeah, I understand that the Portland Trail Blazers bench isn't that great. They're a very, very young team. But it's also great to see our bench players stepping up in these moments, because when the Celtics are going to rely on these type of guys, they're going to need them to be able to hit their shots. And yeah, it's versus a bad team, but that's what you want to see. Even if the starters did not excel, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum came out 2 for 7 from the field tonight. Good to see them, be able to have other guys step up. Like we can talk about Jason Tatum, 9 for 23 for the field, 26 total points, but not the greatest shooting night. 8 total assists, 5 total rebounds. A little bit of a shooting slump here for Jason Tatum in the last recent couple games. But Al Horford, another guy who steps up and takes his quality role with Kristaps Porzingis being out. Had not the greatest offensive game last time we matched up versus the Phoenix Suns, but tonight, 4 for 4 from the field, 100% with 4 total rebounds, 4 total assists, 3 blocks, a plus 11 with 11 points, being basically everywhere. Same thing with Derek White. No stock exchange with Drew Holiday, but still being able to excel on the defensive side of the ball and being a fantastic playmaker for the squad. 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, doing all the intangibles the Celtics need. And let's not forget about Jaylen Brown. This man has been on fire. 27 points, 5 assists, 6 total rebounds. 1 for 8 from 3, but he's not excelling at that, and 13 from 29 from the field. If we want to look at the Blazers, Delano Banton did have his revenge game versus the Celtics. He put up 25 and 30 the last two matchups, was starting. Unfortunately, did not get the starting nod. Did play 22 minutes, but only finished with 8 total points, 4 assists, and 3 total rebounds, unfortunately for him. And I will give credit to DeAndre Ayton here. 22 total points, 15 rebounds, and 11 for 19 from the field. This man was playing very, very good basketball versus the Boston Celtics, was hitting some shots that I thought were very, very, hard for the Celtics to defend. But you know what I mean? Like, he was being able to, score in space, and the rumor is that DeAndre Ayton's not that great, not that talented. So that's kind of weird if he was dominating versus the Boston Celtics. Got some open looks. Like to see that as well. But harping on Sam Hauser, like we mentioned as the title, he has taken that leap for this Celtics squad, like I mentioned. 22 total points tonight, a season high, was left open for 3, shooting 60% from the field and 8 for 12 from the field goal. He got the player of the game, and he is well deserving of that. Peyton Pritchard and him have worked a great combination, a great chemistry this season with that bench unit. And having Peyton Pritchard being in that starting unit kind of helped Sam Hauser be able to get some open looks and help out. He also excelled on the defensive side of the floor as well, being able to get 2 blocks as well, being able to get some multiple steals, and being a great rim protector. If we want to dive in and look a little bit more at Sam Hauser as well, we have 2 tweets from Celtics reporters here. The first one is from Dick Lipe, who says, "This is the 9th time in his career that Sam Hauser has made at least 5 3-pointers off the bench. That's tied with Peyton Pritchard for the most in Celtics history," which is just crazy to see. They're both excelling at the 3-pointer, and Sam Hauser having a career game tonight when it matters. Also want to look at this tweet from Sean Grande. This was tweeted out during the game, so it has changed. But on the court, on this road trip, the Celtics, with Sam Hauser having 58 minutes, are a plus 29 together. Off the court, they are a negative 10 at 110 minutes, which just goes to show you that even though he is a stretch shooter, and some games he isn't the 100% best shooter on this squad, when he does heat up, he's also great. But he can also be used on that floor if he's not heating up from the offensive side, because he's not a defensive liability. He's really been able to work fundamentally to be able to defend at the rim and be able to take on some bigger guys at some points and help out on the weak side and stuff like that. And that's truly what you want to see out of a bench player, a guy who can work on both sides of the ball, and a guy who can be a piece for this Celtics team. He's only making $2 million, guys, which is an absolute steal for a guy in Sam Hauser, because in my honest opinion, I truly think that he's one of the best wing shooters in this league for the bench unit, and I truly think he can kind of grow. Obviously, he was from this main Celtics team, came through the roots, came through the undergrounds, and has kind of, taken over and found himself a role. Last season, in my honest opinion, didn't think he would be having this role. I ultimately thought that Peyton Pritchard would be a little bit of a step higher, but in my honest opinion, I think Sam Hauser has kind of taken over Peyton Pritchard a little bit. I know Peyton Pritchard got the start tonight because Drew Holiday wasn't in, but we've seen Sam Hauser start multiple games at that wing position, and Peyton Pritchard got his first start tonight in his hometown, which kind of gives you a show that Sam Hauser is valuable to this squad. Joe Mazzulla takes value in him and really, really wants to see Sam Hauser continue to grow. And I think that he's going to be a deep part for this rotation with guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum at that wing position, ultimately, not being able to play every single minute of every single game. I truly think that he's going to be able to help us out in those pinches, and he's a great 3-and-D shooter for the Celtics team. Same thing alongside Peyton Pritchard. We saw him excelling at that rebounding and passing tonight, like we mentioned. Total of 8 total rebounds, 7 of them defensive, 1 offensive, 8 total assists, making sure he finds everyone open. Derek White, an exceptional game as well, with 3 total blocks. You love to see him get those blocks as he is, continuing that campaign of leading the league basically in blocks as a guard and pushing that momentum forward for him to possibly be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. In my honest opinion, I think he's all-team first Defensive Player of the Year. I think he rightfully deserves it. I think Drew Holiday is going to be making a Defensive Player of the Year, a Defensive Player of Team as well. Sorry, not Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player Team, excuse me. I think that he's going to make the first Defensive Player team. Drew Holiday will get to see as well. I think he definitely deserves that. And Drew Holiday, even though he didn't play tonight, is an exceptional piece for the Celtics team. They were without him, but some other guys definitely stepped up, like Peyton Pritchard, guys like O'Shea Brissett helping out down low. And I'm kind of shocked we didn't get to see Xavier Tillman tonight. I don't know if he's injured. He was not on the injury report, so I realistically have no idea why he was not in tonight because, in my honest opinion, I truly thought that he could be a piece for the Celtics team that they could have used, but he could have been sidelined because everyone got some run tonight. Springer got some run, Kata got some run, so he could have been nurturing something. Maybe they didn't want to risk hurting it. But in my honest opinion, I think this was a fantastic game as the Celtics, obviously dominated 121-99. It is a late time game, so unfortunately, I know not everybody's up, not everybody's willing to chat, not everybody's, enjoying in all of this, mainstream Celtic stuff. But I do appreciate everyone that did come out tonight and everyone that did tune in to this Celtics Digest live stream and stayed up late to this game. If you guys are checking this out in the morning or checking this out later, I greatly appreciate it. If you guys hit that subscribe button, check out these live streams because we're going to be continuing to do these post-game live streams after every single Celtics post-game, regardless if it's 1 a.m. on the East Coast where it is right now, close to it, or if it's 7:30 p.m. or if it's 3 o'clock on the afternoon on a Saturday. If I'm available, we will have a post-game available for you guys. It is going to be riveting as we get closer and closer to the season, trying to gear up for the playoffs. And would greatly appreciate it if you guys helped us and tuned in. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this post-game live stream. So we broke down the Celtics coming out and Sam Hauser absolutely dominating versus this Trailblazers team, looking like he can be a key piece for this playoff rotation, and I'm very, very sold on him. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this live stream. Like I mentioned, if you guys were new here or if you guys do see this video late and you are new, make sure to check out our other content as I'll have it up above. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.